Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all doing well. Sorry for delays, but it is what it is, you know? So, let's go straight to the business. Today is some reaction time, alright? So, about 2 weeks ago, and sometimes ago, Mr. Asmongold react to this MmoByte video, actually, like endorsing endorsing the MmoByte as the Lost Ark boss.
Because they already have a track record
Mr.
of
MmoByte telling, oh yes, the game is fantastic, so cool, so million of players, watch my channel for more content, yada yada yada. And Mr. Asmongold reacting to this guy and making, 380,000 views, actually endorsing him, and now Mr. MmoByte is like Lost Ark boss. You know? But let me tell you something. I know, and you know, there is only one boss for Lost Ark, okay? And we all know who it is. 1v1 PvP, kurwa! Ish! Fully equipped now, nothing can stop me. So let's go, continue operation. So apparently the game is super fantastic now. Best please watch my content, okay? This is the message I receive from this fella. But let's see what he have to say 1 year ago. Oh, Lost Ark dead. Lost Ark have no chance. So let's listen to his rant of the game that happened 1 year ago. Let's go, my friends. Kablash.
So, Smilegate have finally made an announcement with regards to the English release of Lost Ark. Let's take a few minutes and talk about that. So, turns out, according to the website The Bell, Smilegate have absolutely no intention of releasing Lost Ark in either Europe or North America right now. If you're interested in finding out why that is,
yes, and they release it,
and you're interested in hearing my thoughts on when I think they'll finally get around to releasing the game, then I do urge you to watch the entirety of the video. So Lost Ark is currently fully playable in 2 separate regions: South Korea, its origin country, and Russia, where it opened recently. When it launched in Russia, a lot of Twitch streamers and YouTubers both decided to cover it because, I mean, hell, why not? It's easy views. To access the South Korean version of the game, you still need a South Korean social security number along with a VPN to mask your IP. And even then, a lot of us have had accounts suspended due to playing from a foreign country. However, the Russian version is much more lax in foreign players playing. To play the Russian version of Lost Ark, all you
yes,
need is a VPN. The VPN I use to play it, and I know a lot of other people use to play it, is Exit Lag. I have a link to Exit Lag in the description.
Oh my god, can you stop shilling? Let's go to the
if you
topic.
want to go completely free. Now, according to concern with Smilegate, there are several key reasons as to why they're making this announcement right now. So currently, they are more concerned with pushing out additional content for the South Korean version of the game. I mean, content is, after all, very important in keeping your community not only entertained, but also very happy. Although, I'm going to be completely honest here, they recently launched in Russia, right? And they have plans on expanding out into Japan as well. So clearly, they're capable of keeping up with current content releases and launching into additional regions as well, yeah? Then comes their second point, localization. According to Smilegate, it takes a lot of time to not only translate all the text in the game into another language, but it also takes a lot of time and financial investment to dub the game into another language. Again,
that's true.
Have they not released in Russia and Japan?
Okay, listen, my friend. So first thing first. In Japan, you release for Japan, boom, 1 language. You release for Russia, bam, 1 language. Unfortunately, I don't know why for EU and NA version you need to have French, German, Spanish, English. So you have 4 languages, okay, that you need to translate the game. I don't know why you usually do it, but it is what it is, that the game is delayed longer for our country. Okay, let's continue.
Did they just like not translate the game into Russian and Japanese? How is this even a valid?
2 languages, kurwa, 2 languages you need to have to translate, 2 servers, and you need to have like 4 here. This is the, market requirements.
Reason. To me, this just kind of sounds like some BS to not release it in our region. Like, I get it. It takes time to localize a game. That isn't my issue. But we actually have fans translating the game at a rate that should be easy to replicate with an actual localization. team. And let's be serious here, dubbing into English? Trust me, more of us would be fine with a South Korean dub than those.
Yes, use English patch that is machine translated, okay? And some things are not translated up to date.
Of us that would be bothered by it, which, you know, they would know if they cared enough to even think about it, which clearly they didn't.
Why? How you even think that using the English machine Google translated patch made by some stoners from basement is actually option for official EU West release? Jesus.
The final point is the fact that the game is continuing to decline in terms of player participation within South Korea. See, a lot of you guys seem to think that Lost Ark is going to be the greatest MMORPG of this generation. It's going to kill this or that MMO, that it looks gorgeous, it plays amazing, and is going to be capable of occupying your time indefinitely. While the game, from what I have played through till, I don't know, like level 20 or 30, was pretty fun.
Level 20 on 30. Fantastic achievement, my friend.
I can guarantee you it is not going to be what you want it to be, and a lot of South Korean players are coming to that realization every week. The more Western players play the game, they come to also realize that the game is definitely lacking in certain areas, specifically endgame.
Okay, so you made a movie 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, okay, about the NA and West release. That game gonna be fantastic. And there is like, oh, I'm gonna do a lot of movies. But when you do this video 1 year ago, the game have not end game content, okay? And we're gonna have less content release on EU. It's confirmed by the devs. So now we have less content for release on EU West or Western servers, yes? And the game is cool. And 1 year ago, when there was more content on Korea, the game have no end game. Fantastic.
Where the majority of the game takes place. The endgame is a pretty poor experience, and furthermore, the monetization model is disliked even by South Korean players, carrying the term pay to progress. While that isn't nearly as concerning as pay to win, it is still an unfortunate state for the game to be in. Then again, this is a South Korean MMO, and you should all know better by now. They only care about money, not about the game nor its players. And I mean, hey, if South Korean players themselves are complaining about this, there is clearly something wrong. So there we have it, an official confirmation.
Okay, so the game is the monetization. The monetization didn't change since the Lost Ark release. They're the same rules. Sometimes they give you more juice, sometimes less. Yes, but the monetization didn't change since the release of the game. It's the same rules. The same rules. So why back then it's fair and shit and now it's okay? Can someone explain me, please?
From Smilegate themselves. They have no intention of releasing Lost Ark anytime in the immediate future. Right now, they are instead focusing on attempting to retain, I guess, as many players as possible and launching into other non-North American.
Okay, so 1 year ago, Lost Ark have same player base or even higher than Alien now. And where is your video about Alien is dead? I didn't see it on your channel. So Alien is have less player now, it's okay. And Lost Ark back then have more player than Alien and it's dead.
In non-European countries for reasons unknown to me. Like, I'm gonna be serious with you guys here. Anyone that says the game is gonna be releasing this year after...
Okay, wait, what? Listen to one more time.
As many players as possible and launching into other non-North American and non-European countries for reasons unknown to me. Like, I'm gonna be serious. Confirmation from Smilegate themselves. They have no intention of releasing Lost Ark anytime in the immediate future. Right now, they are instead focusing on attempting to retain, I guess, as many players as possible and launching into other non-North American and non-European countries for reasons unknown to me. Like, I'm gonna be serious with...
Okay, so let me explain you, mister, why the companies release the game quicker on Japan or on Russia. Okay, so you go to Russia, you give them the pack of vodka, boom, your servers are up. And you have access to like 300 million people or 400 million. I think the Russian population is 300 million, okay? Then you go to the Japan, boom, you release the server, clash 200 people, you know, you only deal with the one country. And then when you want to release the game on West, okay? So what you need to do when you want to release the game on the West? So first, the game needs to be okay with the law of European Union, okay? And then it need to be okay with the law of every individual countries, okay? Same for the United States. You need to be okay with the federal law and all the law like individual states of America have, okay? So you need to go through a lot of the paperwork, okay? And in the end of this process, on the Twitter, how you call them? How you call this? So there is magical creatures with multiple gender want to ambush you on Twitter, okay? So you need to also please them, if you know what I mean. So you need to not only go through this amount of the law on EU and West, and also you need to deal with the retards and people, snowflakes on the, you know, in terms of the communities, and every country have its, you know, everything. So Koreans see that and say like, what? EU? So many things to do. It's quicker and less effort to release the game for, you know, one big country, one big, like half of the continent. Kablash, game is released and you don't need to deal with all of these different things. So always the Korean game's gonna be always last on West. Do this reason I explain you. Okay, let's continue.
You guys here, anyone that says the game is going to be releasing this year after this announcement, or heck, even within the next couple years, is just in denial.
Yeah, couple years.
It's disheartening
2020
to receive this news.
21 games should be released, but
really, it is. Disregarding the poor endgame and the constant decline in terms.
Yeah, poor endgame. We're gonna get less endgame now on EU servers, and you make video 2 weeks ago that the game is fantastic and it's cool. I'm gonna do more content, but a year ago when it have more content on Korea, it is now poor endgame content.
In terms of player base, I know a lot of you guys were still highly anticipating playing it. But again, there is always the Russian version if you really want to play Lost Ark. It's easy to get into, and it's been translated pretty well. That is where the majority of English-speaking players seem to have relocated to after Russia announced there would be IP blocks in place, but no additional account security. That, I feel, is the only way any of us are really going to get to play Lost Ark, let alone play Lost Ark together. So then, when can we actually look to expect to be able to play Lost Ark in North America and Europe? That is a very good question. See, judging from past experience, this is likely going to release in the West after the game is no longer profitable within South Korea itself. Like, when did we get Blast Online again? After it shut down in South Korea, Japan, and Russia? What about Kingdom Under Fire 2? Astelia is only available over here as well, and yeah, they're all buy to play in an attempt to milk us as consumers. So, yeah, you can probably expect the game once it's dead everywhere else. But hey, that is just my opinion, my impressions of the game and its future. What do you guys think, though? Let me know down in the comments below, and let's talk about it. Anyway, guys.
Yeah, your impression was wrong. So yeah, that's it I have for today, you know, guys. I will just tell you to, if you want to watch YouTube and Lost Ark content, just watch the people that have actual, you know, nickname on their character and they make content for YouTube, okay? Like Sivo, what is the name? The Kanoko, the Saintone, I butchered their name. What is the... I am Fox. You go to their channel and you see there is real character and they really play the game, okay? So I advise you to listen all of these MMO specialists, okay? With some grain of salt. So that's it. I have that's it I have for you today. And I hope you like it. See you next time.